If you're a home builder or remodeler investing in SEO or trying to figure out SEO yourself, this video was made specifically for you. I'm going to show you exactly why I think traditional SEO is failing for home builders and remodelers, and I'm going to prove it by sharing my screen in this video to give you a full understanding of the tools that you need to see behind the curtains and then the actions that you actually need to take to rank your website number one. Okay, so let's get right on to it here. I'm going to choose a company on the local map, and so I zoomed out here and then I saw a company called Jamestown here. So here's a company called Jamestown in North Dakota. If I zoom that out, just give everybody some perspective. This is Jamestown. And I just chose a random city. We don't even have a client in Jamestown, but that's why I thought it was a good example. So if I go to the Jamestown, here we go. I looked up Jamestown, North Dakota home builders. So these are the companies on the local map. So you got Vetter, the Studio Building and Design, Dakota Cabins. But then I scrolled down. This is perfect. This is the local map, and you can optimize your Google My Business profile, get a bunch of Google reviews, stay consistent with the Google My Business posting, and then you can get yourself ranked number one here. But this is where the opportunity lives. So if I click on this number one ranking website for home builders in Jamestown, look how bad their website looks. It doesn't even look very appealing. Like, it's not laid out very good. It's super basic. This looks really outdated. Looks like they just put together some slop here for the logo. They weren't even willing to, remove the background out of it. So then that got me thinking, okay, well, what's the opportunity here? Look at the report on their company. They have one total organic hit a month. They have 57 keywords that they're ranking for, which majority of it is on page, it's ranking number 20. And then, they just don't have too much in place. You can see here they have 42 referring domains and 66 backlinks. But now if I pull this open to actually show you what these backlinks look like, I believe it will surprise you, because just check this out. Just give me 1 second while this loads. This report will load, and it'll show us the actual backlinks that this company has. And this is always a really surprising thing. So here we go. Domains by domain trust. Obviously you want domains with the highest domain trust. So if I go to this one, unicity.net, more or less a scam. 9. Okay, these are all fake websites. Let me show you this. So this is why you got to be careful in hiring your SEO company also, because this is not a good website, and neither is this one, right? It's literally called Boost Your Website Authority, a comprehensive guide to DA and DR. That's a problem, because you need backlinks that have real authority, like Better Business Bureau, Dun & Bradstreet, right? Yellow Pages, etc. Like, there's so many. So that's just to give you an example of the competition that's out there. This is somebody who's literally ranking, again, number one. And so you can see here that this company is maybe not even the best example, but let's go back to the map. But this is a good example to show you that companies who have hardly done anything and their SEO is actually in terrible shape are still ranking number one with a good enough page structure and enough information. And most builders, their page structure is like non-existent. It's not even built to rank. The pages aren't even indexed. So those are things you have to be careful of. So I can break down quickly why the structure here is working for this company, just to give everybody some perspective. So on this website, we would ask, why are they ranking for home builder, right? But it has their actual location here. So one thing that's really important is look, their location's right here, boom. It says exactly what they do. But then one of the biggest reasons why they're ranking is because if I go here and I go to custom home design, right? They have custom home design. But then if I go and I read this, it says custom home design. Somewhere on this page, it must say their location again. Yeah, right on the footer, right on the header. So it just makes sense. No other company in Jamestown has a website dialed in like they do, even though their website sucks. So let me just show you the one next down to it. Website sucks even more. boom, right? So that page layout is really non-existent. They don't even have pages to reflect their company, and yet they're still ranking. So that's just terrible. But let's just choose another city just to give some examples. So let's go down a little bit. We'll choose Morris, Minnesota, okay? Morris, I butchered that. Morris, Minnesota. Okay, so we got Dingman Custom Home, John Riley Construction, JPC Custom Homes. Now, the first one, again, the Better Business Bureau is one of the highest authority websites, right? So again, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Chamber of Commerce. See, this town's so bad that they don't even have home builders showing up. rambuildings.com. Let's see where they're from. Again, this website is ancient. It says 2026. They're in Winstead, right? But now, just to give you another example, this is the company ranking #1 besides the actual directories. And let me show you how bad this company is. So it doesn't even require some complex strategy right now. I would just say that the home building industry is really sucking with their SEO. See, this company, rambuildings.com, 34 out of 100. This is way more in the right direction. Page trust 15 out of 100 and 416 organic traffic per month. But then you see the difference between this other company and this company is they have 914 backlinks, right? So, and one thing that this company is doing well is they have drop downs for each service page. And then I'm assuming they probably have their location also somewhere on the page here. That's why it's ranking right here. Boom, Morris, Minnesota area. And so that's why they're ranking #1. But as you can see, let's see the keywords that these people are ranking for. So if I go Ram Buildings, we go to backlinks. Okay, so here you can see the backlinks of the company. But hopefully this gives you a highlight that a website just needs a good amount of content, a good website layout and structure. Like, you need the pages laid out correctly, like your service pages. You know, you need good H1 tags, H2 tags, H3 tags. You want FAQs on your website, on wherever it makes sense, so that you can help give it some traction for the AEO engines, because that's what it's all about. The FAQ pages, they pull it off the FAQs off of your website. But to rank on the AEO engines, you literally have to rank on the regular SEO. Like, AEO engines are pulling off Google, Bing, etc. So you gotta rank your website. And to keep this really simple and to end off this video, you need to make sure your website page structure is dialed in. You need to make sure it loads fast. You need to make sure it's visible and active for everybody. And then 2, you want to make sure your on page is dialed in. You want to make sure that you only have one main focus keyword per page, and then all the other keywords can be supporting the main keyword. But you don't want to do keyword stuffing. You only want one main keyword per page. And then one great recommendation for you is you can use Claude Code, Claude Cowork, or Manus AI, and it can help with the ideation of the plan that you want to use. Just make sure you use a paid platform like SE Ranking, SEMrush, or Ahrefs, so that you're actually targeting keywords that have accurate search volume, because you want to put your effort towards keywords that have a good amount of search volume and that don't have too much competition, so you can pick up the low-hanging fruit. And in most marketplaces, if you're not in a huge city, you can dominate that SEO with maybe 3-4 hours a week worth of your time, or you can hire a professional team like ours at homebuildermarketers.com. I appreciate you for watching this video, and let's keep crushing it, and let's rank #1.